Hey everybody, it is Tuesday. That means we're going to get into a look at some different types of tabletop RPG gamers, specifically the different types of RPG elites. Wait, what, did you know it's not just one type? Ah, come on, y'all. Our brother got to get you hip, and let's do it right now. This is RPG Elite, and it's the place where we put the RP back into RPG. We give you tools, tips, tutorials, and real talk, deep talk about the tabletop RPG culture and space. I want to welcome my elites, I want to welcome my returnees, and I want to welcome my greenies, which are those of you, and this may be your first time coming to the channel. Welcome, one and all. Today, before we get into the video, I have a little bit of a special announcement, a little bit of a milestone here. We have crossed the threshold of 7,500 subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is because of you. You've made this happen. You made this happen. Now, 2022 was supposed to be a year that I was gung-ho on getting 1,000 subscribers. That was the goal. I said, I'm going to get me 1,000 subscribers in 2022 when I was making my goals. And well, we're a wee bit over that now. So we're going to spend the rest of the year trying to get to the big one, y'all. The big one, 10,000 subscribers. We want to go over into the 5 figures. So be with me, y'all. You are a part of this. You made this happen, and start telling people about the channel. That is how you can help. Start telling people about the channel. Tell them to come through. I'm doing what I can do on this end, y'all. So all of my peeps out there, especially my elites, go ahead, tell people about the channel. And my returnees, y'all keep coming back, but I don't see the subscribe. I don't see it in the numbers. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button right now. Hit the notification bell. And become part of this community, because God willing, I'm going to be here for a while, and we're going to be doing this like Brutus, because you always knew this. All right, today we're going to be looking at different types of RPG elites. And I'm doing this video differently. I'm kind of doing it like a hybrid video from how I do my classic tabletop RPG videos on Friday. The first part of this video is going to be me just talking, because there was some information that I just didn't want to miss, and I had written it all out, and I was like, you want to know something? It'd be better if I just make sure that I don't skip any of this, they get the full Monty, and then we're going to come back here and we're going to talk about those 3 specific types of RPG elites. However, before we do that, I'm going to get into a product highlight, and then I'll see you on the other side. Hey everyone, our product highlight today is the Master's Tome GM screen from Stratagem. You can organize your campaign with this fully agnostic, customizable GM screen. It's compatible with any tabletop role-playing game and is a GM essential. It will give you 8 convenient pockets to use. It fits 8.5 by 11 paper, so you can go to any copy store, print your notes, your tables, your lore, your art, and you can just slide them right in. The notes and tables are going to be for you as the GM, and that will go on the inside, while the other stuff like your art or your lore or anything else, miscellaneous stuff, your players can see, because it also has 4 more on the outside. Now, it automatically comes with these little art pieces here with the little gem looking thing right there that comes with it. But another thing that you can do with this GM screen is you can take notes directly on the vinyl if you need to. It has templates that it automatically comes with. You simply wipe it away. Comes with a marker, comes with an eraser that's on that marker. The thing you got to be careful of is just make sure you don't leave that stuff on overnight, or leave it on until the next session, God forbid, because it'll be a little hard getting that stuff off. So just make sure you just wipe it off when you don't need it anymore, and preferably before your session ends. Now, it stands 11.5 inches tall. It's over 3 feet wide, and then it folds down to just a 1/2 inch thick. So it is very, very portable, very sturdy. Also, it's made of some really sturdy cardboard. So you can travel with this thing just about anywhere. Got a couple things to keep in mind though, if you're gonna grab one of these. Now, the first thing you gotta keep in mind is that when you open and close this thing, it's made of a hard vinyl. So since it's made of a hard vinyl, you have to be careful about the creases here. Let me show you a little bit of what's happened with mine. In the middle, I don't know if you guys can see that in the middle right there, how it's torn away, right? All right, that was because the brother was folding and closing that thing way too fast. Just put a, you know, closing up, okay. So if you open and close it slowly, then this thing will last for a very long time. And even with my boo-boo on it, right? I've had this thing since 2018 and it is still good to go. And technically, you can kind of repair that with your little home repair. You know how you do, you get some tape and you put it on there and you'll be good to go. So if you get some strong tape and you put it on there, since it's hard vinyl, man, this thing is going to last for a while. Now, the second thing you got to be careful of is when you put your inserts in. Right here, I don't know if you can see this, but right here, you see this lip of the plastic where your insert goes in between the vinyl and the plastic. Don't pull that out too far. If you pull it out too far, these edges right here, they're just glued on. So what's going to happen is if you pull it out too far, guess what? It's going to break. So just make sure that you just get enough room in there for the insert and it slides in very easily. Now, I haven't had any problems with that. All of mine are still connected and good to go on there. So this was a dream for me. And believe it or not, the price is still the same when I bought it. Like I said, I bought this one in 2018 and this is still good to go. Use it for my virtual tabletops. I just have it right next to me on my desk. It's all, you know, I just unfold it, have all my charts and tables right there. All I have to do is look to the side real quick and then look back to my screen. A lot faster than having all that information and trying to click on stuff inside your virtual tabletop. So what you have to do if you are in the market for one of these, go ahead. I have a link in the description below, my little affiliate link, y'all. Click on that down below and you can go and grab yours over on Amazon right now. You'll thank me later.
RPG Elite is a different kind of RPG channel here on YouTube. Now, I consider this a mostly educational channel, not an entertainment channel. I have the tag phrase that you guys hear me say at the beginning of each video to make your tabletop RPG experience more immersive and enjoyable. That's not just a tagline. It's a true mission statement encapsulated into one sentence. I consider it an honor and also have dedicated myself to focus on educating people more about the tabletop RPG hobby. My area of focus are classic tabletop RPGs, alternative genre tabletop RPGs, tools of the trade, and RPG Elite philosophy. This last area of focus is where this channel stands out more than any place else. RPG Elite philosophy. This is unique to this channel. Now, in my last video talking about RPG Elite philosophy, I covered a few things that made some people upset. I even prefaced in that video by saying it was going to make some people upset and they were going to hover their fingers over the unsubscribe button after they heard what I had to say. And sure enough, I nailed it. Had a gang of people all at once, pretty much, just unsubscribe. That's because the RPG Elite philosophy is not for everyone, and neither am I, as far as how I deliver it. And though there are people who would not consider themselves RPG elites who come to this channel, they still can get some substantive information in watching the videos created here with the tools and the tips and the tutorials. The RPG Elite philosophy is involved. It has 10 qualities. And for many, when they hear the word elite, they assume it's talking about people who think they're better than other people in some way, but that's not what that is about. As I said in the last video, it's not about the people who are better. It's about the mindset and the standard they adhere to. That's better. That's higher. That is what RPG Elite philosophy is about. A high standard of gameplay and a mindset in tabletop RPGs. I've had people say to me in the comments here on the channel that after a long amount of time, they have just begun to understand what the RPG Elite philosophy is. Now, I've been talking about the RPG Elite philosophy for close to a year now, and it just will take some time to unfold because, I only make so many videos per week. On top of that, it's involved. So if you haven't quite understood the whole RPG Elite philosophy, or you don't know where I'm going, just hang in there. Go back and watch the other videos again if you need to, or if you haven't watched them. A link is in the description below with the playlist there. If you have a question, leave it in the comments. I'm going to get to it as soon as I can. You'll probably be better off emailing me, but like I said, if I see that it's a question, I'm going to get to you on the channel when I can. Today's video is directly connected to RPG Elite philosophy. Again, today we're going to define the different types of RPG elites. When we talk about RPG elites, we're talking about people. We're talking about individuals who adhere to their RPG elite standard across the board on every single quality. And though there may be some leeway on how much emphasis one RPG elite gives to a quality versus another, the non-negotiable outlook and mindset is that they adhere, embrace, and agree with every single quality in the RPG Elite philosophy. So let's go and take a look at the 3 different types of RPG elites.
The aware are those who are RPG elites and they know it. These are people who actually know about the RPG Elite philosophy, have been following along with the videos, have been nodding their heads at every single quality and saying, yep, that's me. Yep, I'm with you. Or have discovered that they are RPG elites because of the qualities and being like, oh man, yeah, that's me too. Oh, wow. I didn't think about that one, but that's me too. These are people who are now aware they are part of the RPG Elite squad, so to speak, and they have no shame in it. They adhere to every single quality. Now, we haven't covered every single quality. We have 10 qualities in total, but we still have 3 more qualities to cover. And on at least one of those, it's going to be 2 videos. I'm telling you that right now. So we have at least 4 more videos that will lay out all of the RPG Elite philosophy. But you can get most of it by looking at the very first video in this series. Click on the link in the description below for the playlist to find out the 9 summary. It's a summary detail of all of the RPG Elite philosophy qualities. You can go through that video and get the full Monty. But we have gone through in detail on every single quality up to quality number 7. So go there, look at it, and maybe you might discover you're an aware RPG elite. But then there's another type of RPG elite, kind of rare, but they're out there. Okay, a nascent RPG elite is one who is an RPG elite by instinct. They don't know they are RPG elites because they haven't come to my channel. Hint, hint. Come on, y'all. And they adhere to this standard just by instinct, just by who they are. They're just like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Or, yeah, I'm down with that right there. They are ignorant in the fact that they don't know anything about RPG elite philosophy, but they are RPG elites because by instinct, they adhere to every single quality. So if you know someone like that, you need to get them over to this channel. Obviously, they won't be Nation anymore. They're going to be either aware or this next one. Apprentice is exactly what it sounds like. These are those who are learning to be RPG elites. It could be somebody who's brand new to tabletop RPGs and they're maybe under the tutelage of an RPG elite. Maybe it's someone who's been in the game for a while, but how they've been approaching it. They are aware that, you know, maybe this ain't the best approach to how I'm spending all this time on these tabletop RPGs. Maybe I should do something different. They kind of become aware of the fact that they're hamsters in a wheel cage and what they're doing ain't working. So they have decided, yeah, I think I'm going to go in this direction. Now, I want to learn how to be an RPG elite. You can learn how to be one. You have to be an apprentice. Now, to be an apprentice, you need to go and find somebody who adheres to all of these qualities. And this place over here on this channel, this is a place where you can find other RPG elites. Or, you know, there are some people who, you know, they ask me questions. Now, I ain't got the time to take somebody under my wing. However, there are groups out there where you can sense whether they're going in the RPG elite direction. And you can sense that maybe there's one or two that's there, or you could just keep coming back here, keep learning, then go and bring that back to your tabletop RPG group and be the influence in your tabletop RPG group. Now, if you're really going to adhere to the tabletop RPG elite philosophy, you're probably not going to play with some of those people. Probably might even find a new group. That's how serious it gets sometimes. But I think that's another video, another time we can discuss that. So what do you think? Are you an RPG elite? Are you aware? Or maybe you were nascent, but now after watching this video, you're like, oh, wait a minute, hold up. Maybe I am an RPG elite. Or maybe you have been watching all of these RPG elite videos and been like, you know, I think I'm down with this. I think I'm going to learn this whole philosophy and pretty much implement this and put this as something that I will pursue to develop into. Let me know in the comments below, because I'm very interested. I'm very curious about this, because I know that there's people out there, again, you say RPG elite, you say the word and people are like, elite. It's like, oh, calm down, man. Take a Valium or something. What? Relax. All right. Get the full Monty, understand the whole concept, understand the whole philosophy, and listen, even if you have to go back and look at all of the videos, up until this point, you're pretty much going to get an idea that, okay, I get it. Even if you slow on the uptake, you'll get the full idea of what the philosophy is about, because this video has expanded it. The last video expanded it even more. And all the rest of the videos that are involved with this pretty much explain it in detail. Some of those videos are two-parters for each quality. So let me know in the comments below. Are you aware? Are you nascent? Are you an apprentice? Or maybe you're just not even any of them, right? And you're like, well, you know, I just play tabletop RPGs, man. I come here for the tools and the tips and the tutorials. You know, I watch these, but I don't think I fall into this category. Hey, that's good too. Let me know. Comments below. All right. It's Tuesday. That means you got the rest of the week to do your tabletop RPG campaign. And if you do, got a session going on this week. Happy gaming, y'all. I hope it's a great session. I hope that you learned something from these videos to make your tabletop RPG experience more immersive and enjoyable. And until Friday, which is when the next video is supposed to come out, God willing, a brother is going to catch you on the flip in the future. I actually got that from a movie. I'm going to tell you guys where I got that from eventually. Maybe in the next video, I'll tell you guys where I got that from. I'll play the clip for you. So until then, a brother has just got to.
So exit, stage left.
So peace and hair grease.